Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Edward Ornelas. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can add your projects to GitHub by creating a new repository and then initializing them. So let's get started. In order to do that, first you have to, of course, create your GitHub account if you haven't already. So make sure to head on over to github.com. Once you have signed up, you will be prompted to a page that looks just like this. This is the home page. And in order to create a new repository, you can either hit on the new button right here, or you can head on over to the top right corner of your profile picture and head on and click on the Your Repositories tab. And that'll take you to all of your projects. Now you can just simply tap on the new button right here as well. So either or works. First and foremost, you want to align the repository name to the project that you're working with. In this case, we're just going to name this one GitHub tutorial _tutorial, just like that. In coding, typically you never want spaces. If there's ever a space in between two words, you just want the underscore. We're going to leave the description blank. And you can either choose for this to be either public, so anybody can see the code, or private, depending on your needs. We're going to go ahead and add a README file. And we're going to leave these two, we're going to just ignore these, the git ignore and the licensing. And now we simply just create repository. And so now that we have added our README file, that of course is going to be empty. There's nothing much going on in there. You can always edit that README file by clicking on this pencil, and you can add notes to your project, especially when you have other people that are viewing your project. So now we head back to our project inside of VS Code. That's what I'm working with. And I just simply created an index.html file. I'm going to open up my terminal because we want to do everything inside of the terminal. And now we want to connect our projects to our GitHub and then initialize them. So in order to do that, we simply start off by saying git init. We have to add whatever files we're going to transfer onto our repository. So we're going to say git add. We can either say the index.html to specify, or in this case, we can just say period. And period just means that it's going to add all files to our project. So we just hit that. And now we're going to commit our files. So we say git commit -m, and we open up our quotation, the quotes, and we type in a message in there. So in this case, I want to specify that this is our first commit to our project. So we can say first commit, close the quotations, and we hit enter. And now we have to add the branch of what project we're going to add to. So we head out back to our GitHub, and where it says code right here, we click on that, we copy the HTTPS URL link, and we head back to our VS Code or our terminal, depending on where you're working on. And we say git remote add origin, and we paste that URL link that we had just copied, and we hit enter. And now all that's left for us to do is just to simply push our project to the repository. Simply say git push -u origin master. And so now our project was uploaded to our GitHub. So we head back to our Safari, and we can simply refresh this. You can see that in our branches tab right here, you can see that we have two of them, and we added our projects to our master branch. Let's assume you've made changes to your project inside of VS Code. And we can go ahead and do that inside of our project. Let's say we added a paragraph under our header. So in this case, let's say changes were made here. We hit Control Save. If you notice, it's not going to automatically add those changes to our repository. The last changes we made were around 6 minutes ago. So in order to have those changes be uploaded to our GitHub, we need to do something similar like we did the first time. So we open up our terminal. Let's make sure to clear this. And we have to add this to our project. So in order to do that, we have to say git add period. Secondly, we want to say status so it can return to us what changes are actually being made. So we say git status, and it's going to tell us new file index.html, and it was modified. So that's exactly what we want to add to our repository. So now we say git commit -m, and we clarify what changes were made. We say index had word changes, right? And then we hit enter. And now we simply need to push this to our project. So we say git push -u origin. Normally it would be main, but in this case, since we pushed it to our master, so we would clarify master, and we hit enter. And it looks like it's done, and it says 100%. So we have confirmation. So when we head back to our GitHub, we simply refresh this. You can see as of now, those changes were made, right? And right here, you can see our git commit message was also initialized, right? So it says index had word changes. And that's why it's always important to clarify in your git commits what exactly you're doing. That way, for future references to yourself or other team members, you can clarify what was being done, right? And so now we hit the index.html. You can see right here, changes were made. And it's as easy as that. So now if you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the description below. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.